am going to start by sharing my screen, and then we'll begin shortly. And Rachel, let me know if you can see my slides. I am going to share my screen. Are you able to see my screen, Rachel?
Looks great, thank you.
Awesome, thank you. So I would like to officially start by welcoming everyone who was able to join us for this class, Facebook for Entrepreneurs. This is a beginner's guide to Facebook marketing. And we are going to go through 4 steps to getting started with the Facebook marketing. And this is just a beginner's guide. I want you to know that we are going to cover some of the basics. And if you want to have a more in-depth, we can always cycle back. You can send me an email and then we can chat about how to do your campaign or creating your page. But we'll be able to cover these during this session. And you can always ask a question if you have one, and then we'll move from there. So I will start by doing some introduction, and I want to start by introducing myself and then introducing my coworker, and then we'll go ahead. I will go ahead also introduce the program. So my name is Pacific Sengyumva. I am one of the business coach with the CVOEO Financial Future Program. We are joined in the background by my colleague, Rachel Goldstein. I hope I can pronounce her last name correct. Rachel is our director for the Financial Future Program. CVOEO has a lot of programs, different programs, which does different things. The Financial Future is a program that helps small to medium businesses, and it focuses much more on the lower to middle income Vermonters. We do help them to, look at their business, write their business plan, talk about what they are trying to do as an entrepreneur, help them write their business plan, walk through some of the business financials. That can be a cash flow, that can be, profit and loss statements. So we do a lot of things to help small businesses in Vermont. And Rachel is going to be correcting me if I may not say everything correct, because I am also still new to this position. I just started 2 months ago, and I'm learning as I'm also doing things here. So bear with me if I may say something that is not going to be what you expected, or something out of the norm. But I believe with her help in the background as a tech support, we'll be able to get through this presentation in a timely and good manner. So I am going to give Rachel to kind of talk briefly about the program, and then we'll move along to introducing participants. Thank you.
Sure, thank you, Pacific. And thanks for letting me record this. It'll be very helpful for our training purposes moving forward, and we will happily share it with all of you afterwards for your reference. My name is Rachel Goldstein. I'm the program director for the Financial Futures program. And we are an umbrella program. We offer one-on-one financial coaching and small classes. So you found us here today. I do not want to cut into more of your time because I know this is a short class, but if you have any questions, you're welcome to email me. Pacific and I will be sending out an email after class, which has a link to this video. It will have the PowerPoint attached, as well as contact information. So without further ado, let's get to it. Or Pacific, you'd like to have everyone just give a brief introduction of themselves, and then we'll get to it.
Yes, I like everyone to go ahead and you can unmute your mic and just tell us briefly about your name and what brought you to this event, and what is your goal. You can have many goals, but I want you to tell us what is one goal that you wish to what is one achievement you want to make after this class? I will just be asking one by one. I will start with Cynthia. Go ahead, take the floor.
Yeah, hi. I found out about it from somebody working on my campaign for state legislature. And I thought, for now, I do have a small business, but for now, in the next few months, I'd like to advertise my campaign on Facebook. I'm receiving some campaign Facebook ads from people running for US House. So I thought it might be a good thing for me to do locally, in the next few months when I gear up for my election. So that's really my goal for today. And then later on towards Christmas, I can use this information to market my woodworking business product. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Cynthia. And we'll move along to Becky. Can you unmute yourself and tell us why you decide to join us and one goal you may need to, you are looking to achieve after this class?
Hi, I'm Becky. I've actually been an employee of CVOEO for many years.
Awesome.
So I am familiar with your program. I've recently taken on a small vitamin business. It's around vitamins and supplements, and I'd really like to see that company take off. I've been doing a little bit of Facebook, but I'm not quite sure if I'm really hitting the mark. So that's what my goal is today. Thank you for having me.
And Michelle, sorry, I muted myself. I'll be doing a lot of that, but yeah. Michelle, go ahead, take the floor.
Hi, I'm Michelle Wheeler. I have a salon. I have a electrolysis business that I've had for 15 or 17 years. I can't quite remember anymore. And that's great. I moved locations and my daughter is now coming into the business, and we'd like to be adding a few other services. And I have extra rooms in my larger space now that I would like to get some other estheticians or massage therapists in. And I haven't needed any other marketing tools than what I've had, but I see that my competition does it all. I really am, I'm not a person who really likes social media a lot. So maybe I'm hoping to walk away with this, with a way to do this simply and easily. So it doesn't take up a lot of my time, and maybe I won't dislike it quite so much as I currently do, because I really do need to sort of get with the times. If I had my video on, and unfortunately I'm sick with COVID and have a mask and I feel terrible, you would see I'm not a young person. So this isn't quite my forte. My forte is my people skills and not my computer skills. So yeah, so I would like to be more comfortable with the whole Facebook, Instagram thing and figure out how to do this in a way that doesn't take a lot of my time every week. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle, and we hope that you'll feel better soon, good soon. And yeah, COVID is there has been there, and it's just not, and we really hope that you feel better, and we thank you for joining us today for this session.
Thank you so much.
And you don't need to show your face or video. That's okay. That's total okay. And I am going to, did I give Cynthia an opportunity to introduce themselves, Rachel?
Yes, we're missing Rory though.
Okay.
We could hear from Rory.
All right, Rory, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Rory. I own a ceramics business called Rory Pots. And we're about like 2.5 years old, and I've been doing lots and lots of Instagram. We have almost 10,000 followers on there, but it just seems like Facebook doesn't even want my money. Like they won't even let me run my ads. I'm doing something wrong where they just like like they won't let me spend my money with them because there's some sort of way that I've set up my page wrong or something. It just feels like Facebook ads is so unbelievably unintuitive that I just can't get it to work. So I'm hoping that y'all will shed some light on like the setup of it or the running of advertisements, that sort of thing, because I can't quite hack it.
Okay, thank you so much, Rory, for introduction. And I know that Facebook sometimes it can be unforgiving when there is an issue and there's no one you can call or reach out to. Sometimes it can be tough. It's a system. Sometimes it's not easy to navigate. Sometimes it can happen, but usually, sometimes if the page won't work, there's all sometimes things you can do to improve that, or just the payment won't work. So there's a lot we can do around there, which we are going to cover about how to set up a page, how to start an ad, and how to delete a page. If the page is not working, we can definitely delete that page and start all over again. And hopefully that can solve the issues.
And I'll just add that this might be more of a basic overview than you need, since it sounds like you've had some good experience with Instagram, not so good with Facebook, but you're familiar with it. So we encourage you to stick around, and if you need some more one-on-one advice that gets really to the heart of the program, that's definitely something we can arrange with Pacific or one of our volunteers. So thanks for joining us, and sorry you're dealing with that. That is incredibly frustrating. I know.
Yeah, it just seems like a wild thing, but I appreciate the offer of one-on-one. I probably will take you up on that after the class.
Great. So we do have some connection with our partners who really understand in and out of Facebook marketing and anything about the systems. So we can probably connect you with some of our partners who may be able to offer you more help, because this class is actually for beginners and it's a basic. So for those of you who might have already launched your campaign, it might not be probably one of the best of the skills you're going to get from here, but I believe some of the skills might be applicable to any other, your campaign or your marketing skills. So without further ado, I am going to start the presentation and then we can go from there. All right, I hope I can do this right. I'm going to try. Oops. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Looks good, thank you.
Okay, so we introduce ourselves, we introduce what microbusiness program does, and we'll move along. So I want to go through the summary of today's class. We are going to define or introduce to digital marketing. We are going to talk about what digital marketing is. And then we are also going to set up a business page for those of you who does not have a business page. And then we'll also go through how to set or create a Facebook ad. And then we'll encourage you to share your quality content, and we'll show you how to do that using your Facebook page. So Facebook marketing versus digital marketing. Digital marketing is the act of promoting, and just bear with me here, I'm trying to minimize this page, and selling product and services by leveraging online marketing tactics such as social media marketing, search engine marketing, email marketing, and text marketing. As you know, there is different marketing out there that you can use to promote your services and the product. And mostly it will fall under few categories, mostly like 4 categories. So it will be either under social media marketing, search engine marketing, email marketing, or text marketing. These marketing, digital marketing channels, social media includes Facebook, Instagram, you can say WhatsApp, any other media that is more of a social. So if you share content on the social media, that is, and you're promoting your product or services, that fall under social media marketing. And then if you use search engines such as Google and other search engine websites, then that can be also be as a search engine marketing. Email marketing, these two is a way to promote and market your product. And also we do have a text marketing. So every one of these channels have tools in place to help you market your product and services. So it's good to familiarize yourself with what tools do I need to use in order to use text marketing, or what tools do I need to use in order to do an email marketing campaign. Or as we are going to see, Facebook is one of the social media that we can use, but that doesn't mean you can't do Instagram or LinkedIn or other social media out there. There are so many, and the main ones being Facebook. We all know Facebook, but many people might be using Instagram, as we have heard from some of you, and some might be using search engine marketing, which to some, they may be using Google to advertise their businesses. So it's good always to know there is all these marketing channel out there, and there is different tools to use for that as well. So setting up your Facebook business page. So in order to set up your business page, you might need a couple of things or several things. So in order to set up your business page, you need to have your business name. You need to have the business type. Also, you may need to have your logo, a cover photo, also known as a Facebook banner. You may also need to have a description of your business before you can even start the page. You can also link the web page if you have a website for your business. If you have a physical location, I would say to have the address of your business. That way people might be able to know, if a customer comes to your Facebook page, they know that they are dealing with a local company or a local business. For example, if you are in Vermont and people see your address that you are in Vermont, the chances are they will trust that you are a local business, and they will be able to reach out to you. And also, it's good to have your contact information. Some people might want to reach out to you by phone, text messages, email, and the more contact you have out there, the better, because they will use different channel of communication to reach out to you. So by utilizing all these on your Facebook page, it will make your business more, it will make it easy for people to reach out to you with questions they may have, with, if you have a campaign you want to run, so that they can ask a question. And that also improve your Facebook engagement, which is another way to market yourself or to market your services or products. So the more information you can have on your business page, the better, because that will allow people to interact with your page, with your campaign, and will allow you to talk to your customers. Again, as you know, for any business, communication is always better. If it doesn't matter whether it's maybe a customer who is not happy about the business, or a customer who just want to express their satisfactions with the services you have provided. So any communication is better, and the more we can offer clients and customers to reach out, the better. So I want you to know that in order to create your business page, you need to have a banner, and you can do that by going to canva.com. Rachel, I'm going to stop here for 1 minute and ask if there is anything I want to cover before I can go here.
Not for me, but if there are any questions on anything, we can welcome those.
Okay, yeah. So folks, if you have any question you want to ask, I'm gonna give you this chance to, unmute your mic and kind of ask the question. I want this presentation to be an interactive one so that we are able to communicate and interact during this conversation. So feel free to unmute your mic and then be able to ask the question if you may have a question. I'm gonna give you a few seconds.
And I will just address the question that came through the chat in case anyone else had the same question, but Rory had asked if it's necessary to have a personal Facebook account to then have a business page and a business account. And yes, you do need to establish a basic profile before you can move into creating pages and making business accounts and advertisements.
Great question. That's a good question. Yes, you do need to have a personal profile, excuse me, before you can set up a business page. For some reason, Facebook always revolves around your personal account. So if you want to set up a business, page, you need to have a personal business, a personal Facebook account before you can ever run a campaign or establish a Facebook page or just run an ads. So you cannot do the three. You cannot create a Facebook page, Facebook group, an ad account, or promote an ad or do an ad without having a personal profile. So that is very important. Thank you for the question. So we covered that, in order to have a business page, you would need to have a cover or a banner on your Facebook account so that you can have your logo ready, have your cover or Facebook banner ready before you can do that. And one way you can do that is by going and using Canva. Canva is an awesome tool that you can use for free. There is a free version and then there's a paid version to create a Facebook banner. And you can do that by going to www.canva.com. It's a very easy to navigate, very intuitive website, and you can create your logo, your Facebook cover, and then so that you can use on your account. Just to let folks know that also the Canva is also a platform you can use to generate any sort of marketing materials that you may need. If you need a poster, if you need a logo, if you need anything really, you can be able to do it on Canva. There might be other tools out there, but the Canva has much more in-depth materials that you can use for your campaigns or for sharing on your social media. So setting up your Facebook page, business page, continue. So you can set up your business profile and then create a page. So I think this is where I probably need to show you how a business page should look like. This is how a business page should look like. So when you are creating a page, at the end of the page, at the end of a Facebook page creation process, you would be able to have something that looks similar to this. So, you have your name, the name of the company, and then you will be able to see a page looking like this. You can see there is a contact place, there is name of the person, there is a banner, Facebook banner, And yeah, this is how a Facebook would look like on the a Facebook page would look like on the desktop. So now we are into creating a page together. So if you want us to create a Facebook page together, we'll be able to do that. And I'm going to unshare my screen, and then I'm also going to share my screen and then walk you through how to create a Facebook page. We are going to do this together. So if you have a computer and you're ready, set to go, we'll be able to go through this process together. I'm assuming you have a name, or you have a name you would be needing to use, and a business name you would need to use as we do, as we dive it through this process. So I'm going to stop and share. And then just a moment, I'm going to stop here if anyone will have a question for now before we can create a Facebook page.
Cynthia had asked about what is the banner exactly. So I did just respond in the chat that it's also been called a cover photo. It is that top photo that you see when you first look at a page on Facebook. And when Pacific walks us through establishing a page, he'll make sure to point out exactly where that is. And maybe talk a little bit about what serves as a good banner, what kind of images.
Great, thank you. That's a good question. So as we create a page, we are going to look at all that. We are going to look at where the banner goes, and then we are going to try and add our banner today. So I'm very excited that we are going to do this as we move along. So I am going to share my screen, and then I'm going to go to my Facebook account, personal Facebook account. Just bear with me as I toggle different screen here. So you can see that I am on the Google, and then I'm going to go to Facebook. Facebook.com. And I'm putting my email. And I have my password saved. For those of you who do have your password, you can type it in, but I have mine saved. And there is my security question. So I set up my password so that, you know, I can always have protect my account. And I'll put a code. Oops, sorry. And I'm sure some of you might not have these as a two-factor authentication, so that might be easier for. Okay, so here is my Facebook account. Can everyone see my screen? Is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So when you log into your Facebook account and you want to create a page, you hover over to your left and then click on pages. And you can see probably some of the pages I created myself, but for today, we are going to create a new page from scratch. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click on new, create new page. And then because this is a new page, of course, as I mentioned, we will need to know the name of the business that we are trying to create. And today's business, I am going to give it a name as cleaning. Oops. LLC. So my business name is called Cleaning LLC, and then I'm going to type here for the business category, cleaning services. As you type your name, it will show you different selection, and you can select one that fits your business.
And I'd also add that you can actually select up to 3. So if your business would fall into multiple categories, feel free to type more prompts. Okay. And this will help increase your reach.
Yeah, so commercial industry, and then you can also say residential cleaning, residential, okay.
What about green product? If you were a cleaning service that uses green products, I wonder if that's there. Maybe not. Environmental? No. Yeah. Or you could just keep 2 for now.
Yeah, let's keep it 2 for now and then just move from there. But you can see how when you put different categories, it gives you more options. And it's something to play around with.
Are these related to like your hashtags that you connect to your post? Is that what those are related to?
So choose a category that describes what you're, okay, so the top here is a, use the name of the business, brand, organization, or name that explain what the page is about, okay? Mm-hmm. And then here, choose the category that describes what type of business, organization, or topics that the page represents. You can add up to 3. So it's just a description of what the business page is all about. And here you are able to get 3 options or 3 categories.
And I will add that it's not a hashtag, but when you're in Facebook and say you wanted to search for cleaning services near me, you know, by indicating that this is a cleaning service, it will populate a list of them. So when you use the search bar on, it's similar to a hashtag, but different.
Okay, great. Thank you, Rachel, for the input. So, and then again, as we come here, and as we mentioned before, it will be a good idea to have a description already typed out so that you don't have to do this when you come to create a page. So you can have your business description already written and ready to go so that you can copy from where you saved it to this section. So I am going to type small text here. Let's see, is a word is So Cleaning LLC is a Vermont-based commercial and residential cleaning company dedicated to your cleaning needs, or I should say maybe to your business or residential cleaning needs. But you get the idea that you have to put something here that indicates that, you know, describe what kind of services you offer. And then we'll click on create a page. bandwidth is kind of slower.
And I was going to add that you can see in real time as Pacific has been adding the cleaning title and the category. And if Pacific, you scroll down on the right side, you'll see the description being filled in, the about section. So it's a nice way for you to check, kind of check and balance yourself as you go. You're like, oh, I don't like how that appears. Okay, I'm going to make an adjustment. And you'll see that more as we get into these pictures that he's about to do.
Right. Okay, so profile pictures or photos. As I mentioned that you have to create this before you can create a page. So I already have mine created and saved on my desktop because I wanted to do this for this presentation. And I will go ahead and add here. I'll go here and add my logo, which I created from Canva.com. And you can see uploaded here as I uploaded the image. And then also add a cover photo or the banner as we call it. So I'm going to add the banner here, which I already did create myself. Ta-da, here it is. So our cleaning services LLC is there. So you can see how it is. So we uploaded, we chose the name. Maybe the name is different from what I created, but you get the idea. So I chose the name and then I also added a category. I typed the description of the company or my page, and then I also added an image to my profile. And I also added a banner, a Facebook banner or a profile cover photo. You can either say it's a banner or a cover photo. And then I'm gonna save. So you are now interacting as Cleaning LLC. Wow. So because this is my Facebook page, it's going to show my phone number. And they want me to, if you want to communicate to your customers with your customer using WhatsApp, again, many people might not be using this for their businesses, but if you have a phone, like a smartphone for your business, this will be a great idea to use in order to communicate with your customers using your mobile phone. And by putting a phone number here, you'll be able to talk to people on WhatsApp as a business page owner with the customers. So if you have a cell phone and you want to reach out to your customers and you want to talk to them on the WhatsApp, you can be able to do that by adding your phone number, which is really another good feature that Facebook have. I don't know if everyone knows, but Facebook owns WhatsApp, and this is one of the features this is actually a new feature because before, long time ago, you wouldn't be able to see this, but for some reason they decided to add this, which is awesome. So meaning you can get a text from someone who is on a Facebook on your smartphone, and you can be able to interact with them, which is good. So I had done this before. I'm going to try and see if I can close out and see if it will work. If it doesn't, that's okay.
And if you did not want to do it, if you did not want to have this connection, you could just use that X button at the top right corner.
Exactly.
And that would skip this step if that's something you choose not to do.
Yep. So we can close this out. Okay. All right, let's see.
But if you choose not to do the WhatsApp, would that limit the amount of basically space that people would see you?
Yep. It's a personal choice. So it's definitely a better practice to do it. But some people want, you could always add it later on if you want to start focusing on just the Facebook and then start your outreach with WhatsApp and all of that.
Okay, great. So just to recap, is that the more you can have in terms of communication with your customers, the better. If you want to add that to your Facebook page and you want to interact with them about your brand, or you want to reach out to people using that as a set of communication tool, that will be also good for your businesses. Because hey, who does not want to reach more people if that's what you want to do? So that's one thing you can do. So we got our Facebook page live, and I'm going to delete this because I'm
Oh,
not.
wait, before you
not
do, Pacific, before you do, would you show us how to create a username?
Okay, great. Let's try that. All right, let's do it here, and then put a create username. So we have some choice here, and then let me see if I can try something new. Okay, so username, okay. I'm not going to use the business name. I'm going to use cleaning. I can use the same and then see what happened. You know what? Cleaning. Let's do cleaning. Oh.
I don't think you can have spaces. And so if you wanted to do cleaning LLC, it would be one word, right?
Yeah. So.
And it is a good practice to use your business name here. But I think what Pacific is anticipating is that cleaning LLC is probably long gone.
Yeah,
it will
might
tell
have
you
been
if the business name is already taken, you will not be able to create a username.
Okay, so let's say green cleaning. Oh. And commercial. Oops. So this is a good thing to play around with and then see what comes up and what can be as a username that you're gonna find. Let me see if I can. Okay, it's easier for people to find you.
Try clicking outside of the box, just anywhere.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, so it needs more characters or different characters. So commercial.
Cynthia, what did your name come through as, Cynthia? I see you just created one.
I'm sorry?
Oh, it looks like Cynthia was able to create one. So I'm glad you did. Apparently we can.
Okay, good. Yeah, as any other username, usually online, they will give you a bunch of options and you can choose the one that fits your needs. And sometimes, you know, this process might take a while to be able to hit the right one, but it's good to play around with. Let's say,
that's got to be a real one.
Yeah.
So try clicking outside the box, right? All right.
It.
Well, oh, you got to not have a hashtag in there.
Okay, let's see.
But Pacific, I am noticing the time, and I know we wanted to cover advertising and content, and
yeah,
there's a whole lot we hoped to bring to this meeting, and this might have been ambitious to do it in 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So why don't we move on to advertising, since that seemed like a real topic of interest for folks.
Yep.
And this will help us gauge our presentations as we move forward. So thank you for your patience with us today.
Yes. And folks, once you have created your page, you can always come back and then edit it and add more information as you want. Does anyone have a question before we move to a different topic?
I don't have a question, but I'm noticing the time. I do need to run into the office. So did you say that you're going to send the mailing, the recording out to us? Awesome. Thank you.
All right, so we are moving along to create an ad, and you can just click here on the promote, and then you can start to create an ad. And then we are going to start an ad. We already have our Facebook page, Cleaning LLC, and then we are going to try and see if we can create an ad. So when you click on the promote, it's gonna bring you to this screen where you have two options to choose from. Choose the ad type. You can either get started with automated ads, or you can just create a new ad. Great. So there was an error. Let's see. So we do have a page here, and then we are trying to create an ad for ourselves. It seems that in order to do this, they will want me to have a phone number added, but it's okay. You know what? We skipped one option, which was to post, to create a post, but that's okay. We can always come back to that. So in order to create an ad, we have to have this page created, and this is where we are at. So just a second, there's something that I want to find out. So what we need to choose our goal in order to create an ad. The result will like from this ad. What do you want to get from this ad? Is it get more website visit? Is it get more messages? Is it create promotional to help people find and like your page, get more leads? So we need to choose our goal. And in order to do that, Rachel, do you remember yesterday what we chose?
I think we just went with more page likes since we had just created a page. So how do we bring people to our page likes?
Okay, great. So we go with that. So we want to maybe get more engagement, and then we want to go with that as what our goal is. And then here is our page, and we want to be able to promote our page, and we want more people to engage with our website. And then you're gonna come to different, audiences. You want to target different audiences based on what you're looking for. So people choose through targeting. What do you want to target? So you can go ahead and choose audiences. Who would be your audience if you want to choose to create this ad? Who do you want to target for your business? Is it men or women, or is it general? Is it all? And what age category do you want the person to be? Is it from 18 to 20, 45? You can maneuver this by just sliding this age bar to select which age you want to choose. And you can choose whether you want a man or, as we say. So, and then you can come here to the location. Where do you want to target? Is it in Burlington, Vermont? Okay. If it is Burlington, Vermont, because the cleaning service LLC is based in Burlington, then we'll go ahead and find Burlington, Vermont as the city we want to target. As you can see, everything, the ad will be shown in Burlington, Vermont, because this is a targeted ad specific to Vermont. And you can also hover here to indicate how many miles do you want to target your ad? Is it 20, 30, 40? How far do you want to go? And then you can save. You can save this as what you chose the audience to be. So as we move along, I want us to also go to choose when do you want this ad to be run? How many days do you want this ad to be run? Is it 7 days, 5 days, 4 days, or how many? You can choose by either, adding here or adding here, or removing the days here by using the subtraction icon, or you can put here 4. Well, there is a minimum you can go. And then when do you want this to end? All right, I'm gonna choose 24. Okay. Okay, so and then if you want to choose also to run this ad continuously, you can do that by clicking here so that you don't have an end date. You want to choose your budget here. You can increase the budget as you wish. $8, $10, $20, any amount that you want to spend in those duration.
And what does changing that do? Does it increase your the people who will see this ad?
Yes, by changing amount of money you want to spend, the budget, then also you can see here that the amount of people you will be reaching will be also increased or will be reduced based on how much you're gonna be able to spend. Okay, so, and then you wanna add your payment methods. You wanna add your payment method here.
No more. Start.
So one thing that I want to point out is that your payment method can be different. You can use debit card, credit card, PayPal, online banking, or you can use any of them to promote or to pay for your ad. And once you do that, you save, you can add, you can edit, and you can remove, and save and hit next. So you can see that they will ask me the name, the card number, expiration date, and the security code. Because we are not going to use any of them, I'm just going to cancel here. And after you have selected all this, then you can promote. But because I didn't put any card, it won't allow me to do that because I have to have a card on there or the payment methods before I can promote an ad. Does this make sense for everyone?
Yeah, thank you. That's pretty clear on my end.
Does anyone have any question for now, or does anyone want to clarify anything or anything that you might not have understood in this section? One thing that we didn't mention is how you want your ad also to be displayed. You can have your customer audience, or you can also want them to be, different places that you want it to be shown. Okay, so I guess this is all about creating an ad. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer the question you may be having. As we finish this section, I want you to know that before you can create a page, we want to be able to have a cover photo. We want to be able to know our business name, and then we want to be able to create a banner, and then we want to be able to have a title, meaning the description, because we want people to know about our business, and we want to have specific description to our business. So with that in mind, we would have created a page, a business page, and then an ad. I am going to stop from here, and then going to stop here and then ask if anyone have any question from now, and then we'll move forward.
Pacific, are you seeing the chat? I'll read what Michelle has said, and I think this is very true for this topic. It's something Pacific and I went back and forth on how valuable it is to give this kind of introduction, but we thought that it really is good to have an overview, and then if there are still questions, it's a great opportunity to meet one-on-one with Pacific. You can really dedicate a full hour of time to getting things established just the way you want it for your business. But digital literacy is, it's really a skill sharing at a basic level. So we do appreciate you joining for this, and we hope that you'll take up the invitation to join for a future one-on-one session.
Yeah, there's more you can cover on Facebook marketing. And sometimes different people have different needs, and it's good to recognize that. So if you feel that you want a specific, you want us to cover a specific topic within Facebook marketing, then we can be able to do that. I do want to touch base on a few other things though, like sharing your quality content. So in order to create your quality content, you will need to know who are you targeting, and especially for business owners who have a specific customer base that you are targeting. It's good to to remember that your business audience will be the people who will see your ad or your posting. So it's good to be mindful of the content you're promoting. Are those content based on your business, or are they helping the business that you are, are they helping the customers that you're trying to target? So things to consider is that you need to define your target audience demographic, define your industry, and then know what kind of people you want to target. And you want to also know how do you want them to perceive you? Are you an expert? Are you intermediate? Or are you the person who, with the knowledge they can go to? Are you the person who is an expert in your field? How do you want people to know you? And how do you want people to remember you as you promote your product and services? And also, you might need to think about your branding and marketing mix. How do you want people to see as a person who is selling to them? What do you want your brand to portray to customers? So I don't have any more information. This is the end of this presentation. I want to thank everyone for coming in today, for joining us. And I hope that you learned something new. If anything has been helpful, it's we like it that that we are here to provide you with the support you want, and you are welcome to reach out to us. Rachel and I are in the office 4 to 5 days a week, and we can always have a one-on-one conversation if you need more support. And then if you need our contact information, my email is in the chat. I believe the email was sent out yesterday had my email too as well. And this can be an ongoing conversation. So you are free to let us know if you have any question or if you need any help by one-on-one appointment. I will pass along to this chance to Rachel to end the conversation or say something.
Sure, not much else to add. I just want to thank you, Pacific, for your time. And Cynthia and Michelle, thank you for staying on. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, but Cynthia, I'm glad you were able to take some concrete steps today. And we look forward to hearing from you for one-on-one sessions. You will be receiving an email after this class with more information, our contacts, as well as a plug for upcoming classes, which are in the works. So not much to advertise now, but we will be seeking your feedback as to what you would like to hear from us, and then establishing those classes along the way. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording.